everyone, welcome to Cami Rose Yoga. Today we're going to work on balance. Now remember that maintaining balance within your body and your mind is very important in the yoga practice. It helps you stay grounded and it helps you stay mindful and present in the moment so that you are able to see those full benefits of yoga. Balance also is very important in your everyday life. So remember, if you're able to maintain that state of balance within your body and within your mind during your yoga practice, that will transfer to your everyday life. You'll be able to find yourself being able to have less stress, and you'll be able to kind of balance all of your jobs and activities and tasks and everything that you're supposed to do in your daily life. You'll be able to find that balance and still be able to balance what is best for your body and best for your mind within your everyday life. So with balancing postures, remember to take a little bit of a warm up. You could do a few sun salutations just to warm up your body before this practice. But with balance, it's very important that whatever standing leg, whatever leg is your foundation, that stays nice and firm. So as you're pressing into that leg and pulling in your pelvic floor, really engaging everything in here, you'll be able to balance a lot better. And also with balance, you want to make sure that you keep a solid gazing point. Okay, the smaller your gazing point or your gazing focus, where you're focusing on with your gaze and your eyesight, the smaller that is, the easier it's going to be for you to balance. If your gazing point is really wide and broad and you're looking all over the place, you're not going to be able to hold your balance as well because your mind and your focus is going to be a little bit more frantic. So find a gazing point just off the tip of your nose, somewhere that you can actually focus and breathe and be able to find something that will help you ground. All right, you're going to come to the front of your mat. Okay, and we're just going to stand with both of our feet together. Okay, really breathing nice and deep. Find your breath. Inhale nice and deep through your nose, and as you exhale through your nose, pull your belly button back towards your spine and up into your rib cage, and then hold that there and just breathe with your lungs. Okay, begin to feel the energy kind of building up in this area of your body. That is what it's going to help you balance. So pulling your pelvic floor, your lower abdomen, and lifting your pelvic floor muscles, that's going to help you stay grounded. For our first posture, just to practice balance today, you're just going to exhale, shift your weight into your left leg. Okay, and then just feel your right leg kind of just naturally float off the ground. Okay, really pressing into your left leg, keeping your pelvic floor lifted. Okay, and then if you can, you're going to place your hands on your hips and inhale, bring your right knee up, gripping onto your right knee with your right hand. If that's very difficult for you, you can just lift your foot off in the front. Remembering to find your gazing point and breathe nice and deep. We'll hold it for 5. 4, pressing into your left foot, standing nice and tall, nice and straight. 3, 2, pulling in your pelvic floor, and 1, lowering down. Very good. We're just going to do that same thing, but on the left side. So exhale, kind of place your weight into your right foot. That's your standing foot. That's your foundation. So really press into that. And when you're ready, inhale, tuck your belly back, lift your left knee up, placing your right hand on your hip, and holding for 1. 2. 3, relax your face, smile, it's just yoga. 4, and 5, lower down. Very good. So remember, in standing balancing posture, sometimes there's a tendency to really want to lean far forward or lean really far back. Remember to keep your spine nice and stacked, really straight. All right, if that was enough for you, then you're just going to stay there. If that was very difficult for you, maybe if your foot was up and that was somewhat easy, you can try bringing your knee up on this next one. If that knee was a little bit easy for you, we're just gonna bump it up a little bit more. We're gonna inhale our right foot up, so placing your weight in your left foot. You're gonna inhale your right knee up and just grip onto your right toe from the inside. Okay, remember, not leaning too far forward or back. Really just kind of pull your shoulders back, lift your pelvic floor, and breathe. That's 2 breaths. 3, 4, finding the gazing point. And 5, releasing your toe and lowering your right knee down, taking that on the left side. Exhale, weight in your right foot. Inhale, left knee up, either gripping onto your left knee or holding your toe on the inside. That's 1. Standing nice and tall, lifting your lower belly in. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and lower that down. All right, this time we're going to lift our knee up, either gripping onto your knee or your big toe, and then we're going to externally rotate your hip to the side. There's a tendency to kind of want to hike your hip up. Keep your hips level, keep your hips level with the ground, and just externally rotate your hip. Okay, so exhale, weight in your left foot. Inhale your right leg up. Okay, if this is very easy for you, you can straighten. Let me turn to the side. If gripping onto your big toe is easy for you, you can straighten your leg out, still maintaining a strong standing leg and a straight back. Okay, if that's difficult for you, just keep your hand on your knee or gripping onto your big toe. So inhale your right leg up. I've said that about 3 times, but here we go. And then when you're ready, externally rotate your hip off to the side. You can bring your hand to your knee. And if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can gaze over your left shoulder. If your leg is straight out in front of you, same thing. You're just going to externally rotate your hip off to the side and maybe bring your gaze to the left. You're breathing nice and deep. That's 3, pressing into your left foot. 4, and 5. Inhale, gaze forward, bring your knee forward, and exhale, lower down. All right, taking the left side. Inhale, left knee, left foot up. Maybe straightening out your leg. And then when you're ready, exhale, externally rotate your hip off to the side. Don't hike up your hip. Keep your left hip drawn down, keeping your pelvis level, and then maybe, just maybe, gazing over your right shoulder. Okay, if your hand is on your knee, same thing, just externally rotating your hip off to the side, and that's 2 breaths. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, release down. Very good. Kind of just wiggling your feet a little bit. All right, you're going to come again to the front of your mat if you turn to the side to watch. We're just going to take tree pose. Okay, so facing the front of your mat, you're just going to inhale, lift your right foot off, taking that external rotation of your hip. Grip onto your right foot and place it as close into your groin on your left thigh, okay? If this is very difficult for you, you can lower down just a little bit, making sure you're not pressing a whole lot of weight on your knee. You can come to your calf, okay? Or you can bring it all the way up onto your thigh. And Either bringing your hands into heart center here or on your hips. Or if you'd like a little bit more difficulty in tree pose, you can inhale, bring your arms and your gaze up. That one's a little bit difficult for me. Finding your gazing point. Okay, finding your gazing point and just kind of feeling gravity pull your right knee closer towards the ground to kind of get a little bit more of an external rotation in your hips, lifting your belly. Okay, from here, staying in tree pose, you're just going to exhale, release your arms reaching forward, and then reach your right leg back, kind of making a T with your body. If this is very difficult for you, you can place your hands on the ground, okay? Or you can place them on a block to give you a little bit more room. But reaching your arms forward, reaching your leg back, keeping your hips level. And then as you exhale, left hand's going to come into the mat, and your right arm, if you can, is going to reach up. Okay, bringing your right toes, flex your right foot, kind of opening your hips up towards the long edge of your mat. Still pressing into your left leg. It's probably burning a little bit. That's okay. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can gaze up towards your right fingertips. And exhale, bring your right hand down, right foot down, step your left foot back, and go ahead and lower down into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling, walking your feet forward, take a half lift, exhale, fold, and inhale, standing all the way up. And exhale, returning to Samasthiti, standing posture. All right, we'll work the left side. So when you're ready, exhale, press into your right foot. Inhale, your left foot up. Bringing your hands into prayer. Maintaining your gazing point and maintaining your breath. Very good. As you inhale, left leg releases, reaches back, lengthening, keeping your hips level with the ground. And maybe you can release your hands, reach your hands behind you, to the sides. Reaching your hands to the sides, or maybe reaching and stretching forward, keeping your belly lifted. And when you're ready, right hand comes down, kind of rotate, open your hips up towards the long edge of your mat, left foot flexes, toes pointing towards the long side of your mat, and inhale your left arm up. Maybe bringing your gaze up towards your hands, up towards your left hand. Maybe bringing your gaze up toward your left hand. If this is really difficult for you, you can place a block for your right hand to rest on. And you can keep your gaze down towards the ground. Good. Exhale, left hand plants, left toes come down, step your right foot back. Okay, lower down into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, we're almost there. Lower your knees down onto the mat. Coming to all four. We're just going to take a few cat-cow postures. So as you inhale, gaze up towards the sky, kind of dropping your spine down just a little bit, lengthening your spine as you exhale. Curve your spine up. Drop your head down. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. All right, come back to neutral spine. Just one more balancing on each side, and then we'll take a little bit of a rest. So you're going to inhale your right arm up. Okay, reaching your right arm forward, and then your left leg, if you want a little bit more, reaches back. Okay, finding a gazing point kind of towards the front of your mat. Tucking your belly in. Very good. Exhale, release. And inhale, left arm up, right leg up. Keeping your belly pulled in. That's 2 breaths. 3, 4, and 5. Lowering down and sit back into child's pose. Good job. Just breathing deep, finding your breath. Good. Inhale, come back up. Find your way to a seated position. Okay, bringing your feet together. And whichever stretch feels better for you on your hips and your legs, you can either bring your heels really close together, or you can bring your heels far apart from your body. So whatever feels better, kind of play around with it. Maybe take a few breaths for each stretch. But then you're just going to exhale, fold forward. Still breathing nice and deep. Very good. Inhale, coming up. Okay, bring your knees together. Kind of rock them into your chest. And if you'd like this to be the end of your practice, you can go ahead and lie flat on your back or take a little bit of meditation, whichever is better for you. Thank you so much for practicing today. I hope that these exercises will really help you incorporate and maintain more balance within your body and your mind. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.